Hey everyone, we're here at Scotiabank Arena, and I'm honored to be with Andrew Williams, the CEO of DHL Express Canada. First and foremost, Andrew, I want to thank you for inviting us to be here with you.
Thank you very much. Great to have you here. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So, Andrew, you know, what amazes me is the fact that a parcel can be picked up by a local driver.
Right.
The same parcel can be delivered halfway around the world by a local driver. And somewhere in between, this magic takes place where a 3D crystal that was ordered in the evening today is in the customer's hands tomorrow.
Sure.
Now, clearly, you know, DHL is a leader when it comes to express delivery. And I wanted to ask, you know, maybe you can give us some insight in terms of what happens. What are some of the innovations on infrastructure and software that DHL has really been doing to make this sort of a thing happen?
It's a great question. First of all, thank you for your business.
My pleasure.
You know, I think there's two sides to that answer, right? Of course, any company like DHL is going to make major investments. I can think of a real life example here in Canada where we spent over $125 million to automate a hub that allows us to move those shipments just a little bit more quickly through Hamilton, which is our main hub here in Canada. But the reality is, I think the magic that you talked about actually happens on the other side of the equation. Just the small incremental differences you can make in your business every day. We've got a program called First Choice as an example, where we look at every single process in our business and try to just make it a little bit better. You think about our business, right? We measure our success in terms of on-time deliveries. We run about 96% on time. Anyone would say, hey, that's a great number, right? If you were in high school and you got a 96, you're a winner. In our world, if you can improve that by even 1/10 or 1/100 of 1%, you're impacting thousands of shipments a day. So the reality is our success in our business doesn't just come from big investments, the technology we put into a hub like Hamilton, but it comes from small incremental improvements. And that great thing about that is every team member can make a difference. They can show up just a little bit earlier to make that pickup. They can move that parcel through the building just a little bit more quickly. They can get on the plane. They can pack the containers just right. Anyone, anywhere in the network can really make an incremental difference. That is actually the magic in our service.
You talk about that 1%, 0.5%, 1/10%. It reminds me of the story of the silver medalist. And you ask him, how much did that, you know, half of a second mean to you? And it costed him the gold.
It's the world.
Right?
Exactly.
Amazing. I talked to my team around the world, different divisions that are going to watch what we're talking about here, whether they're 3D artists doing modeling, whether they are in the laser hub doing production. And I always talk to them about the importance of collaboration, working together cohesively to really make things happen. Now, my observation in working with DHL has been that you've got a stellar team from one end straight to the other. And I'm really curious to know, as the leader of DHL Express Canada, if you could maybe shed some light on the importance of teamwork and what you do to actually achieve what you do.
Great question. So at DHL, we have a saying, it's called as one. It's not just a saying, it's a mentality. And that is that everybody understands that they can make a difference for our customers. So we really, really force the idea of everybody makes an impact. And how do we build that sort of culture is through a program we have called Certified International Specialist, or CIS.
Okay.
Every team member in the world goes through the exact same curriculum to learn about things like the history of our organization, what our founders meant when they first started the company, because there's a Mr. D, a Mr. H, and a Mr. L. Just like every other, every company's a startup at some point, right? And we were a startup too. So we learned about the culture of the organization through the eyes of the founders. And then we really, we talk about, how everybody makes a difference. And I think the most important part of that program is that we never outsource it. And what I mean by that is we don't bring out an outside party to facilitate any of the training that we run. It's led by managers and leaders in the business that share their knowledge and their history with the company to make things just a little bit better. Me, as an example, one of my targets is that I personally lead 3 week-long programs a year where we talk about what it means to be a certified international specialist at DHL. So building a team starts at the top. You never outsource training, and everybody comes together as one, and that's how it works for us.
That's so inspiring. That's the importance of collaboration. I want to just send a message out really to all those entrepreneurs that are just starting, joining our ecosystem to sell 3D crystals wherever you may be. Andrew started his career with DHL, how many years ago?
27 years ago.
27 years ago, okay? And now he's leading. He had a vision. He took each step. Now he's leading DHL Express Canada. We started 20 years ago, one shop, okay, and just chipped away at it. And now we're represented 3DCrystal.com in 6 continents. Okay? We're shipping aircraft with you guys, right?
Yeah.
In fact, Andrew's going to be naming an aircraft after us, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Awesome.
We'll set a target for that, all right?
That's awesome. So I'm just going to say that, keep your mind at it, and you will be able to achieve whatever you envision, and treat it like a game, because that's what makes it fun.
Great advice.
Andrew Williams, the CEO of DHL Express Canada from Scotiabank Arena. Buy authentic, buy original, proudly 3D Crystal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Andrew.
man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.